Hello everybody, welcome back to the Chensor Dynasty here on twitch.tv/jchensor. My name is James Chen, and we just talked all about the Guilty Gear Strive netcode situation. They announced Rollback. I'm super excited. I didn't even basically talk about the beta because they mentioned Rollback, and who cares now at this point? The beta, I mean the Rollback? Oh my god, Rollback? Oh, it's so amazing. Okay, anyways, we're here at AskJCHENSOR now, so if you guys want to ask some questions to me in the chat, I like to talk about whatever, feel free to use the @jchensor like Lanum just did here in the chat, or you can use the highlight my message method by using the channel points as well. Again, if you guys subscribe to the channel, I will try to feed my cats some treats, actually. I can't really do that right now because my cats are downstairs and they're not around, so I can't really do that. But in any case, let's answer some questions over here. But, you know, again, if you do sub, if you do donate, subscribe, gift subs to people, gift subs are super valuable, because if you sub once yourself but you still want to support, you can also gift sub. Trying to get to 500 subs by the end of July. If I can get to 400 subs, then I will make it a solemn promise that I will hire an editor for myself. If I can get to 400 subs, it will be I will make a vow that I will get back to, that I will actually hire an editor and have someone do a lot of the editing work for me. So Lanum asks in his first question, who do you think the new Strive character trailer will be for tomorrow? Don't you mean characters, Lanum? Because don't forget, there was supposed to be a video at Final Round and a video at Brussels Challenge, right? I think there was supposed to be two different characters, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. They have the ability to throw in a bunch of loops, and the Frosty Faustings trailer with Faust didn't have that preview thing, right? It didn't have that thing where they kind of like showed someone else. So I have a funny feeling, because they were going to have two trailers, it's going to be one returning character and maybe one, you know, out of the blue character, maybe even a new character. Maybe they're finally going to show us who that one character they revealed at a long time ago, the weird that cyborg dude. I'm not even sure. Maybe they'll show someone like Bridget will make a comeback. Maybe it's finally time to have Zata 1 show up again. I don't know. There's so many different possibilities at this point. Who do I want? Of course I want Johnny. Please give me Johnny. Please give me Johnny. I want Johnny. Please give me my waifu, Johnny. Please give me my waifu, Johnny. Like, Guilty Gear Sign was so hard for me to play because I didn't have Johnny. Oh, man. Okay. Editor means more streams. Yes, Scooter Bombs. Absolutely. Because then I won't be killing myself staying up until 6 a.m. editing and uploading and all that stuff. If I have someone who can do the process for me, boy, that would be nice. That would be so nice. Absolutely. Do you think rollback will be implemented in all ArcySys games going forward? I'm sure that will depend on Guilty Gear Strive sales and reaction and stuff. So again, even if it comes out and has a little bit of problems with it, or if it's not implemented well, don't go rushing in and yelling at them and being like, oh, another Street Fighter V. I mean, who would make snap reactions like that to netcode fixes in this world, man? Like, who would possibly react without having any... I'm still sorry for that, by the way. But, you know, honestly, oh, shout out, it's the Suck My Nuts, the Red Fox 930,000. But, you know, please offer constructive feedback so that they can continue working on the netcode. And then if we can show them and the game sells well and the support for the game is overwhelming. And again, even though they're a Japanese company, most Japanese video game companies look to the US sales, okay? This is straight facts, okay? Even though they're developed in Japan, their goal is to sell it more in the US because obviously the US just has that many more people than Japan. So strong sales in the United States is what they're aiming for. So if Guilty Gear comes out and we support the game, especially if when it comes out we're still in some sort of quarantine, God, that would be half a year later, hope not. But if it comes out and everyone buys it and everyone plays it and an ArcySys game has a robust ranked community, like that would be the sign that we need to send to them. And then yes, 100% they will implement rollback netcode in all of their games because the results will be undeniable for them. Thoughts on Fahkumram in Tekken 7? Yeah, I saw that they actually tried to make him a little bit taller, so he reflected the trailer a little bit more, but I don't know much about that character yet, so we haven't seen that much yet. JP, one is CWB. I liked you at first, but then you started talking about how fun Zappa's ghosts are. And now I've just got to say I'm angry. As a Johnny player who played a crap ton of XX against my friend who was a Zappa player, I freaking hate ghosts. Dude, the worst part about it is like every time I saw the ghost, I'd be like, oh God, not the ghosts, anything but the ghosts. And then I would see the dog, and I'd be like, oh God, not the dog, anything but the dog. And then I'd get the sword, and I'd be like, oh God, the sword, anything but the sword. Yeah, it's kind of tough. Oh dang, Hitoshura91 gifted a gift sub. I didn't see that. Oh, okay. So they gifted the sub forward. Oh, that's who gave it to the Red Fox 930,000. So suck my nuts, Hitoshura91. As well, thank you for paying it forward with the gift sub. Much appreciated. Let's see. Yeah, Japan arcades are slowly closing. Have I ever wanted to be a game designer? Absolutely. That's the sole reason why I became a programmer, is I wanted to make video games. I even talked about the fact that I wanted to make a shmup as my first game potentially. I think that would be super fun because I talked to the shmup guys here and I was like, that's actually an easy game to maybe try to start with, just a concept or something. So I even talked about doing Unity learning streams where I would study Unity on stream and then everybody could learn with me and I could just do examples. You could see the stuff that I'm doing. I think that would be super sick. But again, I got stuck with the streaming editing cycle. And so again, if I can get an editor, which like I said, I'll try to get that even beforehand. But if I get to 400 subs, then I will get an editor like immediately, because then I will have a little bit extra income that I can push towards having an editor, and that would be super, super cool. What the hell is Maiden and Spell? Jesus. But Man of Peerless Might, I have always wanted to design my own fighting game. I've always wanted to be a game combat designer or a balancer because I feel like I'm really good at that. I made the mistake today, well, Teppen made the mistake today of putting out a tweet that says, hey community, if you wanted to balance the current season, how would you do it? And then I was like, oh really? And then like 7 tweets later, I finally finished all of my suggestions. Oh man. Textman, like I said, if I could, I would. I've absolutely wanted to. I miss my Zelda and Chill streams so much. I miss the Zelda, the Zelda and Chill streams so much. I want to play Bloodstained, Rituals of the Night. There's so many games that I want to play. I wanted to start Final Fantasy 15 at some point, and oh god, I had all these games that I wanted to play, but the editing cycle is so brutal, Texman. It's so brutal. Is there any games then I would remake? I've always wanted to make a new YR Kung Fu. I've always wanted to make a new Rival Schools. Outside of that, you know, I just have a bunch of my own unique ideas. I have the one magical game that I will never ever tell anybody what my idea is, because if I ever have a chance to make it myself, I would love to do that. And I think it would be one of the most amazing games ever, but I think it would be so much fun. But again, I don't want anyone stealing my ideas, so... Dude, rock climbing in Breath of the Wild was so good. Oh, man. Dude, no way. Projectiles are everything, X-Gamers. Projectiles are everything. Super Famicom, no clues. No clues. Dude, Metroidvania games are the best, man. Metroidvania games are the best. Oh, God. They're so good. And honestly, they are by far... the most enjoyable. Suck my nuts, Squidle Tits? Squidle Tits? Or is it Squid Le Tits? I'm just gonna call him Squidle Tits. Suck my nuts, Squidle Tits. Or maybe it's Squid Le Tits. Maybe he's French. Hello, I am Squid Le Tits. So there you go. I think I'm gonna call him Squid Le Tits. There you go. Yeah, fireballs are, projectiles are a great mechanic. The reason why projectiles are so good of a mechanic is they make it so that full screen is a relevant distance. When projectiles are God, that's really hard to do. When projectiles are weak in fighting games, what ends up happening, I've talked about that Ryu Guile matchup. The reason why it's so good is because at full screen, one player has an advantage over the other player, and then here, more advantage, and then the other advantage. The full screen length is significant. And that's what projectiles create. When you get rid of projectiles, so for example, if you have a game like Tekken, Tekken is really about this distance and just this distance. You don't really get significant play when you run across. Nobody's strategy is to go a full screen away and fight from there. You know, so I like the fact that, you know, or in Marvel, that Doom will jump up in the air and shoot photon shots, all the way down across the screen and cover the screen that way. I like having that kind of dynamic of utilizing the entire play field. And so I really, really enjoy that. Oh, man. But, oh, a competitive shmup. Okay. Interesting. Is it like Twinkle Star Sprites, or is it like War Tech? What? God, I never. Senko Ronde? No. The hell is this game called again? This game, War Tech, Senko no Ronde. That's what this is. There you go. Is it more like this? It's more like Senko no Ronde. Okay, interesting. I have played Battle for the Grid a tiny bit, Texman. Just training mode stuff. I've never really put in official time into the game. Just trying to find combos, and it's kind of fun. Yeah, this is a US release. This was a US release a long time ago on the Xbox 360 War Tech. Senko Ronde. And it even just says Senko Ronde. It doesn't even say Senko no Ronde. It just says Senko Ronde. I don't even know if that butchers the Japanese or not. Yeah, I know. What is this? What is this dude with this gun over here? I mean, US box art, man. Oh, Senko no Ronde was released. It too was released in the US. Interesting. I did not know that. Okay. Oh, that symbol. Okay, okay. That stands for no. Right. Okay, okay. Gotcha, gotcha. That makes sense. That makes sense. But yeah, Senko no Ronde was pretty fun. I only played it one day, but it's I didn't get a chance to experience the subtleties of the game or anything like that. But definitely be interesting to try that out if I ever had time, Kiyobi, if I ever had time. Let's see here. What else? What else here is going on? Any other questions from anybody? Again, I've got a first attack stream coming up. I'm trying to shorten them again because I felt like I've accidentally gone a little bit too long. I've never played an Animal Crossing, and I'm not going to, because I feel like if I play an Animal Crossing, I would probably lose my life to that game, and I just do not want to do that at all because I already have enough hard time trying to find time to play all these games. I mean, I'm still playing Tekken despite the fact that all we're doing is going into action phases all day. But you know, I'm actually going to contribute to that soon anyway, just to see how it goes. But any other questions out there from anybody? Or else I'll just jump to the first attack right now, because again, we don't need to extend ASKJCHENSOR as long as there's no questions or anything like that. What is on my shirt? Mega Man 11. This is Mega Man 11. Here's all the 11 bosses up here in the gear system. Mega Man ready. This is available to you from 86th.com. You can grab this at 86.com, and if you use that link right there, then that means if you buy anything from 86.com, you also help support me. I'll get a small, tiny bitty portion of the profits, but anything helps, so that's really cool. Thank you, Man of Peerless Might. I mean, until you watch me play fighting games, then all of a sudden all my chill disappears, and I'm just mad, and I yell, and I get angry at everything, and then I berate myself, and I beat myself over the head at being so bad at fighting games, you know, because it's just how I am. Oh, man. Do you work a JB or just stream and commentate? Right now, Bane, I only stream and commentate. I got let go of my job about 4.5 years ago to try to do esports as a full-time. I had been slowly burning through my savings for the last 4 years because the job doesn't make any money. Commentary and streaming doesn't make any money. Streaming can make money. I just did a bad job of streaming before. It was my fault that streaming wasn't making money. So I'm trying to do better now by streaming consistently. Unfortunately, the audience hasn't been growing too much, which is kind of tough. I'm not sure what the way to grow audiences is. But again, I think I just have to be consistent and just keep doing this all the time. But I've been burning through my savings for the last 4 years. And then last year, I had to do home repairs, emergency home repairs to fix my roof, which cost me the rest of my savings. And 2 days ago, one of the reasons why I've been so bummed recently, I found out that I pretty much need to renovate my entire bathroom because the person who built this house built the master bathroom with a jacuzzi tub. And jacuzzi tubs suck. Don't ever get a jacuzzi tub because they leak. And so now the entire under my tiles and under my jacuzzi have been leaking and are flooded and all destroyed for the longest of time. And so I'm going to have to spend money that I do not possess to fix that bathroom. So thank you, Atomic Number. Thank you, Atomic Number. And thank you, Forest613. Suck my nuts, Forest613, and suck my nuts, Atomic Number. Yeah, Sajam has mentioned you grow your audience through YouTube, and that is what I am trying to do right now. In fact, one person earlier in chat said they came here from YouTube. Much appreciated. So I'm working on that right now. I'm still working on that. I still do the Ultra Chen thing with David. Yeah, we still do Tuesday show on Tuesday every single time, every single week. I did commentate the Tetris World Championships, James Owl emoji. I definitely did, and that is super awesome. And for those of you who don't know, Tetris is my favorite video game of all time. I'm significantly better at Tetris than I am at fighting games. So honestly, my channel should be a Tetris stream because then you would actually see me doing good as opposed to when I'm playing fighting games. But again, fighting game community is where my heart is and is what I want to grow. Tetris can grow with or without me. I feel like I am one of the key factors of trying to help the fighting game community grow. So I want to put all my efforts here because this is my home. This is where I belong. And this, I feel like has become my purpose in life, kind of, you know, to try to help the fighting game community achieve a point where people can turn it into a career. Again, it's not about making money. I'm not trying to get rich and stuff like that. I just want to be able to sustain myself so that I can help other people sustain themselves doing this. It's not about what these esports guys are trying to do and saying, look at this, we're huge, we're gonna make millions. Like, I don't care about that. I want the fighting game community to be self-funding, to be self-supportive, and to be strong and have a strong enough fan base that the people who play can move on to production side of things once they stop playing, and there's always enough room for production, for coaches, for teams, for all sorts of things that fighting game players, when they spend so much of their time learning fighting games and they can't stop, they have to stop playing fighting games, whether it's because of some sort of carpal tunnel issue, or they get married, they fall in love and get married and start a family, or, you know, tragedy strikes and they need to support their family, or, you know, anything can happen that can derail your esports career. And my goal is to have it so that if you do have to stop playing, you have an avenue by which you can now transition your playing into something else that can still earn you money. The problem right now is that you can't go to any job and hand them a resume that says, look, I'm a 10-year Street Fighter pro, hire me. Because for them, they're like, what the hell does this have to do with my job? So if we can create a self-sufficient industry that we can keep, you know, people working within our industry, that's the important thing. You see that so much in sports. People become broadcasters, they become analysts, they become commentators, you know, and so on and so forth. And so if we could get that to happen in the fighting game community, that is the goal. That is the absolute goal that we're trying to do. Jonas and Heather claim that I am trash at Classic Tetris. They are right, Bane. I am awful at Classic Tetris because Classic Tetris is a completely different game than Modern Tetris. I am very good at Modern Tetris, but Classic Tetris, if I played NES Tetris, I couldn't get past level 18. As soon as it gets to level 19 speed, I cannot survive at all because I do not know how to do DAS, and I am not a hyper tapper. So I am not very, very good at Classic Tetris, no. I mean, Hostia, I had a 40% win rate on Tetris 99. I had a 40% win rate on Tetris 99. That is not half bad, okay? That's what I'm telling you right now. If Evo happens, I will definitely try to be there, randoms, really. If it happens. Am I good at Puyo Puyo Tetris? No, because I'm not good at Puyo Puyo. If it was only Tetris, then I could play. But I can't play Puyo Puyo to save my life, so I can't do that. Well, I mean, Tomo got out of fighting games because he fell in love and everything like that. And so, you know, it's not a bad thing. Yeah, when I shave, yeah, exactly. I get even younger looking. You literally put video game tournament achievements on my resumes as leadership skills and decision-making skills. Yep, that's correct. It's actually, I don't know what it's made out of. I think it's plastic, but it's very strong. Like you can see, like I'm not squeezing hard, but like I can't even get it to bend at all. This was at a Mortal Kombat launch event, and they had these cups for drinks, and when I drank, I was like, this cup is amazing. So I kept the cup, and I kept it, and I took it home, and I washed it, and now I use it for my drinks. Yeah. Okay. Are you just being a troll here? Are you just being a troll? Shout out to that. Suck my nuts, that mean scene. Suck my nuts. Oh God. As part of Sega's 60th anniversary, something is being teased that's seemingly fighter related. The announcement will be made on the 25th of March 2020. Oh boy. I mean, look. If this doesn't turn out to be Virtua Fighter 6 with guy in karate gi standing here with a 6, what does that say in Japanese over there? Oh, there's probably like 60th anniversary. But I mean, come on. Come on. Oh, is that the artist who did the Mega Man shirt that I have? Shobu James? Yeah, they got really good artists for all of their shirts at 86th. But again, but it says in 6 days, and look at the way 6 is written. 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 It can't be written that way for no goddamn reason. It can't be written that way for no goddamn reason. I mean, seriously, like, why would you write the 6 that way? Oh, God. Why would they? Oh my dear mother of God. Ugh. What a time to be around. What a time to be around. And why would VirtuaFighter.com be the one to throw this out there? Did they talk to VirtuaFighter.com to help them with this promotion? I mean, it's not like VirtuaFighter.com is writing it as like speculation. Suck my nuts, Nutacon. Suck my Nutacon. They're saying, as a part of Sega's 60th anniversary, something is being teased that's seemingly fighter related. The announcement will be made on the 25th of March 22. What could it be? It wasn't like, hey, speculation, this could maybe be referring to a new Virtua Fighter. Like, they're literally not saying that, which means it feels like they're in on it. It feels like they're in on it. Oh, God, Sonic 6. Comes out, gotta go fast. Everybody was so mad, dude. Oh, God. Until the birth, 6 days. Until the birth, 6 days. Like, the thing about it is, Sega would know that if they put out that image with that 6 written that way and that kind of a tease, that if it wasn't Virtua Fighter, everybody would burn Sega down, right? We come on. Like, Sega knows that you can't put an image like that and... What? Okay. Yes, Sagata Sanshiro is a thing. But I don't... Dude, if it's... What if they put Sagata Sanshiro in Virtua Fighter 6? What if they put him in Virtua Fighter 6? Watch, they just announce, it's the Sega Genesis 6. They just announced the Sega Genesis 6, and we're all like... And Sagata Sanshiro comes out, and he's like, oh, Sega Genesis 6, and he punches a giant Sega Genesis controller, and that's it. I like this, though. I like having all this good news in the fighting game community. I like having this good news in the fighting game community. It's such a good time to finally get all this kind of stuff going on. If this is what it turns out to be. If this is what it turns out. Space Channel 6? Left, right, choo, choo, choo. There you go. Oh, I even did it correctly, too. I don't know if I did it right on purpose or not. For those of you who don't know, I'm completely dyslexic with left and right. So I did it wrong for me, but I did it correctly for you guys. Yeah, I know. Can't overhype myself. Keep myself calm and collected. All right. All right. You know what? Let's do this. Let's go to First Attack coming up next. As I said, going to be a very short episode. Going to try to bring the lengths of the First Attack episodes back down to a reasonable length so I'm not throwing out. I mean, like, what was the last one? The last one was divided into 22 minutes, 28 minutes, and 28 minutes. Like, each episode was supposed to be 20, 30 minutes, and my First Attacks have kind of gone off the rails in terms of how long they are. So I'm going to try to reel that back, and I'm going to try to bring them down in length again. The first one was 40 minutes, then it was 40 minutes, and then I had an hour-long episode, and then an hour and 13-minute long episode, and then a 40-minute episode, and a 35, and yeah, so all these were too long, so I'm going to be trying to bring it back down in length, so don't be surprised if the First Attack episode is surprisingly shorter today. But like I said, that's the idea. I'm trying to do that. I'm trying to make things a little bit shorter to make it a little bit easier to... yeah, honestly, Attack Vectors probably needs more, to be honest. But there's definitely a lot more concepts that I'll be talking about as time goes on. So, all right, guys, thanks for tuning in here for the AskJCHENSOR episode. You just saw a live reaction to the potential Virtua Fighter 6 announcement here. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, so oh, thank you, Man of Peerless Might. I hope other people have been enjoying that content in First Attack. But it's coming up next. So guys, do not go anywhere. If you are here on Twitch, First Attack coming up right after this, all about frame advantage. If you are watching this on YouTube, check to see if the First Attack episode is up. If not, then it'll be up very, very shortly, potentially on Monday, depending on how quickly I can get these things edited. But in the meantime, thank you guys for tuning in here for AskJCHENSOR. Like and subscribe and comment below If it's not Virtua Fighter 6, what could Sega actually be teasing with that post, with that picture? What do you think that they're teasing if the answer cannot be Virtua Fighter 6? All right, guys. Thank you, guys, and I will see you soon.